Hi guys, I'm Bri.
And I'm Alli. This is Offscript.
If you think about it, books are potential scripts for movies.
When this adaptation happens, typically it's disappointing because they went off script.
In this series, we will be talking about how off script they went.
Okay.
Hello!
Hello and welcome to Offscript.
Season 7.
I know. My gosh. We're a podcast.
Where we compare books to their movies.
Yes. And we've been doing this for 7 seasons now.
Holy shit.
It's like we're at like 115 books, I think.
115 books. But I'm Bri.
I'm Alli.
And we still don't know how to introduce ourselves.
Nope. 7 seasons in.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Yes. So today we are comparing The Children of Men, or as the movie just cut off the and says Children of Men. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're doing today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's your birthday month, so you picked all of August's.
Why, yes, I did.
Your top wanted to do.
Yeah. And I'll explain why when we get to that question.
Perfect. Sounds good. You got a picture?
No.
I feel like I had one. I can't remember what it was.
You all, we're ahead in our reading.
Yes.
There's my picture.
So
we're
proud
actually
of us.
like
So
rocking
for
it.
sure, for the first like couple months, you guys will actually be getting. You won't have to worry about us taking a random break to catch up.
Yeah, I'm super proud. We've recorded. This is our second episode we've recorded today, which has been really confusing for us. Mm-hmm. But we have 2 more pretty much almost ready. Oh, wait. We have 1 more that's for sure ready, but 2 more that I just need to watch to be ready.
Perfect.
And 1 that I'm really close to being done reading so that I can watch it for us.
No, that's a month and a half ahead. And we're at the beginning of July right now, so we still have our whole month to prepare. I'm so proud of us. We're going to get this. We got this.
No,
it also helps that a lot of our books this season are short.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I like that we only have like 3 long ones. We should try that.
I know what sucks is what's going to end up happening is there's going to be 1 season where because we've already done all the short ones,
I know.
we just have massively long ones that we have to do.
Okay, if we're like a year ahead, like we hope to be.
Yeah. But then we can do it.
Exactly. Oh gosh.
Anyways, there's my picture. So I'm proud of us. We're doing pretty good. I plan on watching one of the movies that I need to watch tonight. And so we're ahead. That's what makes me happy.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So we got some trigger warnings in this book. It deals with infertility. So that's a warning right there. That's hard for a lot of people. We understand that. There's a lot of murder in it. And there is a suicide at one point as well. So if that's not your cup of tea, we understand.
This is it's a doozy.
Yes. Catch you in the next episode. But if you want to stick around, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, we are. We always do.
Yes. So our synopsis is, when infertility threatens mankind with extinction and the last child born has perished, a disillusioned bureaucrat becomes the unlikely champion in the fight for survival of Earth's population. He must face down his own demons and protect the planet's remaining hope from danger. We have author P.D. James, who is a woman, I found out.
Whoa.
Yeah, that shocked me.
Oh, I don't
know why it shocked me, but it did.
No, it shocked me too.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yep. Director Alfonso. Huh?
I said, there's one for you.
Yeah. Director Alfonso Cuarón. I'm pretty sure. Cuarón. I don't know. He's a very famous director that I feel. I know he is. I was
know
looking
his
at
name,
his picture.
but
Oh yeah. He also did the screenplay, and so did Timothy Sexton, David Arata, Mark Fergus, and Hawk Otsby.
Nice.
Yep. And I did an audiobook with David Case. I don't know who you had.
Was it through Libby?
Nope, I did it. Well, actually, I don't know.
Was it a British dude?
I think so. Here. Yes, okay.
But then one was hardly likely to be married, and if it were, he'd
Yep,
taken care
that's
of his
exactly
kind
who
of
I
warnings
listened to.
as it should-
The same
Wow,
guy.
you had him going way fast. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, he's going fast. Freaking, it sounded like just a snobby guy. Like, oh, well, from this part of the story, it goes like this. And I was like, shut up. You're so annoying.
Dude, same. And because Allie listens to her books fucking fast. I listened to mine. I think I listened to him at 1.25.
Okay.
And he was still super slow, but I knew if I made him go any faster because he was slow, but when he read, he was fast, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So like if I sped him up, I would have missed what he was saying, but I was like, God damn, you're taking forever to say some of this stuff.
I know. He's just so, oh my gosh. I didn't like him at all.
Yeah, it was
Don't
not.
suggest.
No. I wish I read this one.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. So we have our book came out in 1992 and our movie came out
That's
December 25th, 2006. Why is this
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
That's a 14-year difference.
That's crazy.
Yep. Okay. Go Devs. All right. And so what'd you do first?
I read the book first.
I watched the movie first. I was thoroughly
Originally-
confused from the get-go. I thought, you'll see it from my videos. I was like, wait, the youngest human died? Does that mean people just like are made as adults now? Like, I didn't understand that it was about infertility. I was like, what is happening? Finally, it clicked, but
Okay, so what made me pick this was forever ago when I was in college. My uncle told me about this movie because there's a few one-shots in this, and some of them are just fucking mind-blowing. And he was like, they did it like in one take, and there's no editing, there's no cuts in it. It's just one take for the whole thing. And I was like, what? And so I've wanted to watch it for the one takes, or one takes, one shots, for probably the last 10 plus years. But I just never got around to it. And so then when I found out it was a book, I was like, oh, we're doing it for Offscript. That's when I'll watch the movie. And originally this month, I had planned on picking all movies that I had never seen. So then I would just read the books. But then Rob's movie came out earlier than when we were reading this. So then I was like, okay, yeah, that went out the wayside. But anyways, in my uncle telling me about the one shots, he told me that it was about a futuristic world where we've stopped being able to procreate. So I at least went into it knowing that much.
well, that's good.
I mean, the
More
book
than
also
I
does a very good job at like telling you too, but
Right. It did. It eventually
movie-
explained it
yeah.
very quickly. It was just the very
Yeah.
beginning when they're like, the youngest human died. I was like, wait, what?
yeah, hold on.
So, our thoughts.
It's creative. It's a very creative. Like I never would have thought about telling a story about procreation not being a thing in the
I know
world.
it's kind of wild to think about if that was real. Like they had brought it up several times, like how wars would be over because these 80-year-olds are not going to be fighting wars anymore, and like all this sort of stuff because it just. But then they talked about
'Cause
being the
everything would
last
die
human
off.
alive and how depressing that would
Yeah.
be, and it's just kind of
And that's why a lot of people end up committing suicide in this futuristic world because that's just what they see and feel for their future.
Yep, it's kind of mind blowing for sure. Okay, and you just said why you picked it, so perfect.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so I have some Allie super fun facts for season 7. In the movie, the infertility crisis is the result of all women being infertile. In the original novel by P.D. James, it's the result of men producing no sperm. So what the heck?
Yeah.
Why'd they flip that on us?
Yeah, that's insane.
I know, rude.
That's fucking rude.
I agree.
Fucking rude. I also think that's why I thought it was a man who wrote this.
Right.
Because there were times when they were talking about how like they would go in for their sperm checks and like it felt very much like a man being insecure about it.
Right.
You know?
Isn't that wild? Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Okay. So writer and director Alfonso Cuarón stated that he didn't want to make a film that ends when the credits roll. He wanted to make a film that when the final credits roll, that's really the beginning of the film.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I was expecting
Especially
like
with how
the
he
mist ending where he freaking dies and then
Yeah. Yeah.
which kind of basically was, except that no, yeah, it kind of basically was. Isn't that what happened?
He dies, yes.
Yeah.
But the start of the story is her and the baby,
Right.
you know, getting saved.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. All right. And so number 3, almost every shot contains an animal, usually a dog. And this is because in the novel, humans treat their animals like their children that they can never have.
Oh, that's kind of a nice nod.
Yeah. That was a detail I didn't even notice.
I was going to say, I did not see any animal.
I
mean, I
didn't
saw
either.
the dogs a few times, but only when the characters interacted with the dogs.
Right. Okay. Number 4, in one of the minute-long takes, the one shots you were talking about, the camera got splattered with fake blood. Director Alfonso almost ruined the day's work by shouting "cut," but his voice was drowned out by background explosion. Cuarón called it a happy accident because the scene was praised by critics. That was the scene when you told me, when you told me that your uncle wanted you to watch it. I was like, oh, I know exactly what scene he's talking about. And I'm sure there's more than that, but that's the one I thought about because the whole time I'm like, okay, at some point they're going to pan away and they'll come back and the blood will be gone. But it was like, no, it was there for the whole freaking time. It was cool.
What's crazy is, so of course, me and my uncle had this conversation 10 plus years ago. So how am I to remember? But I thought he had said it had happened like in the middle and you follow Clive Owen's character, like as he's walking across a battlefield type thing, right? That never happens. I mean, yeah, there's times when he's walking across like crazy things, but not this one shot that I had been envisioning in my head. And so when that scene happened, it took me until the end of it to realize it was the one shot. So I had missed it. I had to rewind and go back and then rewatch it. Yeah. Cause like when they got to the end of it and then it cut, I went, wait, they did not cut a single time in that take. And then I was like, holy shit, that was insane then. I need to go back and rewatch it to actually, experience the one shot.
It was very cool. It gave me very much like Call of Duty feeling because they moved the camera to make it look like it was like a character looking around and it was very cool.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was really good. It's also kind of insane because like it's a scene where a character dies. So like, typically they try to make those scenes emotional, but this was very much like, okay, you are in the action. You are there. This is how it would feel like.
Right. All right. And number 5, writer and director Alfonso chose not to read the P.D. James's original novel as he feared it would compromise his vision for the project. The vision is the book, person.
I was just going to say that. Oh, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah. So. Oh, well.
Oh, that's insane. If you wanted your own vision, don't do something based off of a book.
Don't adapt. Exactly.
Jesus.
That's interesting, though. I wonder how it got. I mean, it's different, but a lot of
it's very much the same.
Similar. So I wonder if he didn't read it, how he knew. Well, they had a bunch of other writers on. That's probably why.
Yeah, they probably told him like, okay, so this has to happen and this has to happen, but then let him do the rest.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
let's go.
So the book kicks off and the youngest person on Earth was just killed. They were 25 years old and that was the last time a kid was born. And the world is going through major infertility. No one can have babies. Life got so bad that it's like sex-wise that no one really wants or has a desire to do it anymore because they can't make babies. So what's the point? And medical people are even bribing people to have sex and having free porn stores and everything. And they got real excited when the youngest group of kids turned into sexual maturity, but those kids were also infertile.
I know that definitely, like, I thought about it because think about it. At first, if everyone was infertile, everyone would be having a heyday. Like,
Right.
That's just what you would be doing. But then it would probably get boring and tiring. Like, okay, we just did that. We don't need to do it again.
Right. Because there's no, like, our human mentality, like, that's like, way long ago. That's where our, like, brains and, like, I just think of The
Our
Office. and
caveman
how
brain.
Dwight is like, he just always talks about how, well, men find women attractive for this reason, and the reason is to breed and blah, 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 blah. Just because our primal
Pre-wired.
instincts. And so if you can't make more children, then your brain is just gonna
Yeah.
like,
No one's going to be attracted to anyone, and everyone's just going to be like, cool, why are we here?
Yep.
So this happens in the movie, but they don't go into the details about how no one's having sex with anyone.
So
It's just, yeah,
yeah.
they're infertile.
Yep. Now we're talking to Theo's cousin Zans. Is that his name? I couldn't figure out what his name was. But so they were scholars together, and now he's the ruler of England.
So in the movie, there's no ruler of England, but I think the character that they made was Michael Caine's character, who's kind of his like hippy dippy. There's a
he
better
comes in
place
later.
in the world for us, man. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh nope. Okay, then this character just does not exist in the movie.
Yeah, I don't think he's in there. Oh, Zans. It is Zans. It's just Xan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyways. All right. So, okay. So you guys basically, this whole first half, this is cut into 2 books, as they call it. The whole first half, where you can jump in when you need to, but it's basically not in the movie at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Here's the confusing part. I knew that the movie was going to be about this guy who was protecting a woman who was pregnant in a world where infertility was a thing. So then I went into this book expecting that right off the bat and did not get that right off the bat. And I was like, what is this book?
Right. Yeah, because it takes a long time to get there. Like now, we're getting background on Theo's childhood, and he had a dad that had died of cancer, and it kind of haunts him now, and his mom died a couple years ago. And we have background on when Theo ran over his daughter, and this was 27 years ago, and eventually that ended his marriage.
In the movie, Theo has a son that I don't even think it really gets said how he died.
No, I think
Do you
it's the
remember?
same. I think he ran over him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you don't find, you like get little glimpses of it. And then there's this one scene with his wife.
Yeah.
Where it's obvious. And like they're kind of together, kind of not together in the movie.
Yep. And so this has all been like diary entries like written, and now we're to first person.
Do you know
or third person.
how long it took me to understand that?
Right.
I kept getting thoroughly fucking confused. I was like, why are we going from first person to third person every other chapter?
Yes.
And then at one point it finally like clicked because he was like, January 27th, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, he's writing a journal entry. Okay. Again, this is probably one of those things that because I listened to the audiobook, I missed it because it wasn't obvious. Whereas if I was reading the book, I would have seen the journal entry style and been like, oh, yeah, okay.
Probably. All right. Well, people really miss having children so much that they buy dolls and pretend that they are their children. And they create them in sizes from like newborn to a year and a half. And so that their doll baby can grow with them. And this one moment, this lady threw back a blanket and showed off her little baby. And she's so proud. And this other lady picked it up and threw it against the wall, cracking its porcelain head open. And she just sat there sobbing like her real kid just died. Oh, what a world this would be. And so
I know. Could you imagine?
I know, right? I feel like people are going crazy. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like your whole life you grow up thinking you want to be a like mom and you can't anymore, and it's just sad.
Well, you know that they make dolls that are like weighted and look real life like
Oh my gosh, I know, they're so creepy looking.
I don't think I should finish what I was about to say.
Okay, no, go for it.
I was going to say for women who can't give birth so that they feel like they have a baby.
Okay, no, those I understand. If you use it for the correct reason, 100%, they're not creepy. They're great. But I've seen these TikTok videos of just like people like not even doing bad things to them, but like putting them together or cleaning them. And so like it looks like this legit real baby, and they just like pull its eye out because they're like replacing its eye. No. And like all the comments are like, I about had a heart attack. And it's like, so it's like, but no, I think they are very cool for women who need
for the
them
right
and are
purpose.
sad about like miscarriages or anything like that.
So like, I feel like this is what they're doing in the book, but just a little bit creepier.
Yeah. So, yeah. So he had to sub in one of his colleagues' classes, and he was pretty bored. But then this woman shows up and starts this debate, and she didn't come back to the next class, which he was bummed about. But eventually she found him again, and her name is Julian, and they chatted, and she's part of this club, so to speak, and she wanted him to come to the next meeting. And because he had a in with Zans, the ruler of England, even though he's like, I don't anymore, because he used to work with Zans, and they kind of like left on not great terms.
Julian in the movie is his wife.
Yes.
This thoroughly confused me. I was sitting there and I was like, wait, hold on. What?
That was one of my...
like, maybe I missed that?
Oh my gosh, that was one of my what moments reading it. Oh my gosh. So, Theo met with his old friend Jasper, and they chatted, and Jasper was kind of like this wild guy, like hippie guy, and his wife was suffering from some illness, but they didn't know what, and he's talking about going back to Oxford and having Theo move in with him, and Theo thinks that is just an awful idea, but he wants to be kind about it.
This is his hippy dippy friend.
Yes.
In the movie.
What's his
Michael
name?
Caine.
So, which that actually happened. I mean, I don't know if the Oxford part did, but that actually happened in the movie.
But yeah, Oxford didn't happen, but the rest of it does.
Yeah.
So
that's where I was like, oh, the book starts right here. I texted you. And then the next chapter, I'm like, just kidding. Never mind.
I thought it was their kid dying part.
Oh, yeah. I was like, okay, that also
cool,
happened.
that happens.
That was like the background.
But,
I said it sort of was in there. But anyways, so he went with Julian and her husband and all the other people, and they started sharing the story about Marion, which was one of the other members' brother, and how he's arrested and escaped this island, and then he was beat to death. And they wanted Theo to talk to Zan since he's the warden of England and start putting stuff right. And he says he'll send a message at the museum after he goes to meet with the creators that'll give him more information about all this sort of stuff. I don't really understand what happened there, but I was like, okay. He's going to meet with the people to learn more about what's going on before going to Zan's.
Whereas in the movie, so I guess he does have a cousin, but it's not Zan's. It's a cousin who can like create false papers for a person who's needing to travel. And so they're trying to get him to make false papers for this girl. But they won't tell him why. Not yet.
Right. So he went to meet with the creators, and they were on a beach. And during their session, before he really got up to them, these people came and knocked them out and drowned one of them in the water. And then Theo got knocked out, and he came around later that evening. He's trying to figure out what the heck just happened. He's like, I gotta go find a B&B. And he found one that has a vacancy, and he stays the night with this old lady. And he spoke to her the next morning, and he's like, did you see the creators? And she's like, no, we don't have that stuff around here. And Theo left and sent a message to the group saying, okay, I'm going to help because this is BS what just happened.
I just looked at my notes because I was like, I should look at my notes and see if I've forgotten to say anything. And I forgot a huge difference.
Okay, go.
The book is set in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
The movie is set in 2027.
Yes.
And all I could think...
whole 6 years is a huge difference.
It is. But also, like, reading this in 2025.
I know, right?
Like, okay, that doesn't happen.
That's actually kind of weird that they only made it 6-year difference when the book to movie is 14-year difference. You think they would
you
match
would think
the...
they would have pushed it out further. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Weird.
Oh, I guess I should also explain how, like, the movie also not only is dealing with infertility, but they basically, it was kind of scary because it's the world we're basically living in at the moment, but there were immigration issues and they were getting pissed at the immigrants for coming into the U.S. And so they had people in cages and were always checking everybody's papers and things like that.
Yeah. Yes. So Zans and Theo met, but Zans made him meet with the entire council, and the whole council's like, oh, blah, 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 thinking they're better than him. And eventually they all left, and Zans met with him one-on-one. And Theo wanted to involve the country in helping with this infertility, and like, hey, you can't control the, sperm count and all this sort of stuff. Like, it's up to people. And Zans was not happy. And he's like, tell your little friends that they can come do this job then and talk to me in person.
That does not happen in the movie.
Nope. Theo is with Julian and shares everything that happened with Zans. And he said his cousin is not going to help. And actually, he might have made things worse by talking with him. And then they talked about how life is going to be one day. And war will come to an end, like we had mentioned before, because 80-year-olds will not have the energy to fight anymore. And then she asked, he asked, why are you even doing this? Like, trying to make a difference. And she's like, because God wants me to. And he rolled her eyes and he's like, I want you to make smart decisions. This isn't a smart decision.
So, no, that does not happen. I'm like, I don't know even when to start with the movie.
That's okay. Book 2's coming. That's when you're going to start.
Okay. Yeah,
a message has been written to the warden in England saying, hey, do all these favors. We demand them. That's kind of all it left. I don't even remember that going on more. Theo's ex-wife's cat had a litter of kittens. And this is a big deal because one, animal reproduction has to be like monitored. And also when your pet has babies, it's like you're a grandparent now, basically. And so he's over there to check out this cat. So,
heck yeah, I would be too.
Theo then wrote in his journal about how he had never truly been in love, but he thinks Julian is the closest thing he's got. But she's married, so she doesn't feel the same.
And that's probably why in the movie they made Julian his wife.
Yep. And now we're at book 2. So all that basically did not happen except for minor little things. But now we'll get closer to. So the midwife came to get Theo. He agreed. And on the way, she told him that Julian is pregnant. And he didn't believe her at first until he got there and felt her stomach. And sure enough, she was. And he wanted to tell the warden, but she said no. They were coming up with a plan on how to get her somewhere quiet to deliver this baby secretly.
So the girl Julian wanted the papers for is the one who's pregnant, and Julian dies.
What was your thought when, like, you're watching it and she dies? Because she dies before we find out anyone's pregnant.
Well, I knew that the girl in the back was pregnant because of how she kept holding herself, and I was like, okay, so you're the one who's pregnant. They changed that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, a big part of me thought that I just didn't remember the book well.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, I missed that? I was like, I thought Julian was the one who was pregnant, but also at this point, Julian's been his wife. So I was like, okay, maybe I totally misunderstood everything in the book. And I'm going to need Allie's notes to help me.
Oh my gosh.
No, I understood
was like
everything.
doing yard work when this happened, and I full on had to stop my yard work and be like, what? She's pregnant?
Yeah, I was thoroughly confused, especially since like the next scene you find out that this group that she's been working with to like basically the uprising in my head of this government situation, they're the ones who had her killed because they wanted to keep the baby for themselves.
Right.
To use him for government purposes.
Yep. Okay. So Theo agreed to help, and they needed to switch cars because they're going to be tracked. And he thought of Jasper and be like, oh, let's go switch cars at his house. And they went in and they found out he had committed suicide. And so they took all the means necessary, the gun, different medical things, and they went to the car and they headed out.
So this part kind of does happen, except for the group is now chasing, because they went to the place to hang out with the group, and that's where the girl tells Theo that she's pregnant. Then he overhears that they had Julian killed, so then he realizes, oh shit, they want this girl for themselves. So he's like, okay, to her midwife and her, he's like, we need to go, we're leaving. It's going to be us three against the world now. So they go and leave and go to Jasper's, and the group is basically following them, trying to get the baby for themselves. And so the whole suicide thing kind of happens like this whole time. Jasper's been telling Theo about these pills that you take when you're ready to die because you're just so sad about the infertility situation. And all you have to do is turn on music and then you just go to sleep, and it's easy like that. And so there's been many scenes where you're like, oh, he's about to commit suicide. Oh, he's about to commit suicide. But then it turns out he got those pills for his wife. And then he ends up getting shot by the group that's coming after Theo and the girl with the baby because he's not telling them where they went.
Mm-hmm. I was shocked at all the big names that like died so quickly in this movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know. When Julianne Moore did, I was like, wow. Because she does like 5 minutes into the movie, it felt like. I was like, holy shit.
I agree.
And then Michael Caine, I was like, damn, goodbye.
Yep. Well, all right. So now we have Rafe, and he's Julian's husband, and he fought over power. Like, he just wants to be in control of this group. And Rafe said that they were going to dethrone the warden, or he was going to dethrone the warden because people want him as king. And Theo basically is calling him stupid and proving why this plan is not going to work.
I would say that Rafe in the movie is the black guy.
Yeah, that's his name. I think Liam, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I think you're right. I think it is.
Is it Luke?
So I think this would be Luke's character, but not quite to the extent of what happens in the book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Rafe drove crazy and ended up popping a tire. So they had to pull the car over and they could fix it. They decided to camp there for the night. And Theo wakes up trying to figure out where Julian is. And Rafe's like, she and Luke always... Oh, there's Luke. There's a different Luke.
Oh, what the hell? So then they kind of like combine Luke and Rafe most likely in the movie.
I think so. Always go and pray in the morning together. So they're over there.
Because Julian's husband in the movie is Theo.
Right, exactly. So they then keep going and they're attacked on the road. Luke ended up getting killed. And they finally get to a safe place, and Julian said they need to go back and get his body. They eventually do, and truth comes out that Luke was the father, not Rafe, and Rafe is pissed, and Julian feels kind of bad, but she didn't love either of them, so whatever.
Yeah, Luke doesn't die quite yet. Luke does die later on after he tried to steal the baby.
Yeah.
But this does not happen.
Nope.
Because also Julian's dead.
Yep. So they did a burial service for Luke in the morning, and then Julian wakes Theo up the next day, and she shares that Rafe is gone. And she says that he is going to tell the warden about the pregnancy because he wants power, and they get moving, and they are sticking with the same plan.
Yeah, Luke for sure is Rafe in the movie.
Yeah.
Because Luke's just been He wants the baby for what it'll bring him. But
Yeah.
this part does not happen.
Yep.
Essentially, probably at this point in the movie now, the girl has given birth already. So then they're also fucking running around with a brand spanking new baby
yeah,
while
that's
getting
right.
chased by guys, getting shot at, and all of this.
Yep. So they need a new car, and they went to this little town, and Theo broke into someone's house and held them at gunpoint. He's very nice. It was like this nice old couple, and he's like, I'm not going to hurt you. I just need your car, and I got to tie you up. So that gives us a chance to get away and all this sort of stuff. He's like, do you need anything else? As he tied him to the bed, and then the little old lady's like, she needed to go to the bathroom. So he's like, ugh. So he brought her to the bathroom, and then he tied him up again, and then went and stole their car and some stuff, and went back to the group.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in the movie.
Nope. So they began driving towards this hidden cabin that they knew. It took longer than he expected, so he's worried he missed a turn, but he ended up not. They made it there just fine. But he had to hurry up because Julian's starting to have contractions. And so eventually when they got there, Theo turned on the radio for the first time. And sure enough, all over the news that they had stolen a car. And the old woman ended up dying in the bed. And Theo feels awful. And the women's are like, suck it up. We got to get this done. Because she's freaking having contractions right now. And that's all she can think about is like, this freaking hurts.
Yeah, because at this point in time, there's no drugs for her. Like, you just
Nope.
got to do this naturally.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't go to a hidden cabin in the movie. They just go to this, like, town. They find this nice Chinese lady who lets them have a room, and then she realizes that she's pregnant and having a baby, and she's like so excited and like so happy because there's hope for the world now. But then she also realizes what this means for them, and so she starts to try and help them
Yes.
get free.
Yep. And so,
I mean, she does die, so there's the old woman dying, I guess.
I guess so. So they got into this cabin and Julian starts giving birth. It went pretty smoothly. She had thought she was going to have a little girl, but this whole time, but she ended up having a boy. Soon.
In the movie, that is flipped. Tell me why is that flipped?
Maybe it's okay.
I
What
think
was it?
it's because in the movie, women are infertile.
Yes.
And in the movie, in the book, the men are infertile.
Right.
So this gives them hope that, okay, you're not infertile.
Right.
Because you were just born.
So as soon as the birth
I would
is done,
assume.
they start getting a fire ready to keep them warm. And Miriam had to go get provisions from a neighboring house, but she was taking forever to come back. So Julian had Theo go look for her. And when he got there, she was strangled and dead.
Yeah, Miriam died forever ago in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't even get to see the baby get born.
No. I know, which was so sad that she was so excited about that.
I know. She was her midwife this whole time, super happy about it, and then she dies. Of course, she died protecting the girl
Right.
and Theo, but yeah.
So he went back to Julian and explained what happened, and eventually Julian heard Zans come in, and Theo and Zans had a conversation, and then the baby cried. This gave enough distraction time for Theo to shoot Zans, and he went over and picked up his ring and claimed himself Warden of England, because apparently it's that easy. And the council was there, and he brought them in to see the baby.
Yeah, this does not happen. Instead, Theo dies after he and the girl with the baby row out to the ocean, where they'll be able to get on the ship that's going to take her to the, like, country that's not evil. The, like, made-up, hippy-dippy, what do they call it? New America or something like that?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember what it was called.
Yeah, something like that.
It was this new America where all the immigrants were going to be free to live there, and who knows what's going to happen about the infertility thing, but at least the immigrants will be fine.
Because the girl who was pregnant was an immigrant.
Yeah, she was. I guess I never made that point because it's not an issue in the book.
No,
that's what weirded me out when I was watching the movie. I was like, wait a minute, why are they turning this into a very political story?
Yeah.
And now I know why, because the director did not read the book.
Yep, exactly. But anyways, that's the whole story.
Yeah,
We did it.
we did. We did it. We did it.
Hey, Loisima, we did it. Did the book and the podcast. Yeah, we did it. Now I'm going to sing that all day. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I don't even know what song you're singing.
Oh, it's from Dora the Explorer?
Oh.
I don't know the Spanish, so I don't know if Lori Simos is right, but that's what I always heard growing up.
Shall we do some cast?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so we IMDb cast 103 people for this movie. We have
That
Clive
actually
Owen
seems like a
as
very
Theo.
small number.
Huh? I
That
know,
actually
with
seems
all
like
that,
a very
no
small
extras
number.
got credit.
Yeah, apparently. God damn. That's so nice of them. Clive did great as Theo. I liked him a lot.
I liked him a lot, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Michael Caine as Jasper.
He was fucking hilarious.
I loved him so much.
Hilarious. Yeah. Chueto.
Okay. What do I recognize him from?
He's a very famous actor now.
is.
He does a lot now.
Chitwell
Jofor?
Okay. He played Luke.
He was amazing as Luke. I'm used to him being a good guy, so it was kind of cool to see him as a bad guy.
So we have Pam Ferris as Miriam. Who would have thunk we would have had another movie with her in it so quickly?
What? Who is she?
She's Trunchable and
What?
yeah.
Oh my god, I did not even see it when I watched
didn't
the
either.
movie.
I only knew because of this.
What's funny is I sat here looking at her picture and I was like, she looks really familiar. Why do I know her? That's hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
Wow. She did great in
I
this
think
role.
so too. And then we have Claire Hope Ashity is Key, who was the
Pregnant girl. She did so good. I loved her.
I liked her a
Even
lot.
though she wasn't, the one who was supposed to be pregnant. But
Right. Okay, that's our cast we're going to cover.
mm-hmm.
Is the theme of the book and movie the same?
Technically, yeah. Even though details are switched around. But yes.
Yes, I agree. Do the characters
Infertility.
stay true? Wait, yeah, infertility, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Do the characters stay true?
Theo does.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Everyone else has a different story or is not in it.
Yep. Yep.
And what do you prefer?
I forgot that we had to do this.
I know.
What do you prefer?
I think I prefer the movie.
I think I do too.
They weren't my
I think
favorite.
I do strictly for the one shots.
Yeah.
Really? I actually really liked it.
Oh, well,
I
that's
like the
good.
story.
Oh, so you were having trouble
Yeah.
picking because you like both of them.
It's funny is I didn't like the book. No, I'm here. I'm just thinking.
Oh.
I didn't I enjoyed the story of the book, but I didn't enjoy the reader.
Oh, yeah.
So it really ruined it for me.
That does ruin an audio book for sure.
So I was trying to figure out because there's so much more that happens in the book that doesn't happen in the movie and then vice versa. So I was trying to figure out which nuances from which one that I liked more. And for me, it's the movie.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like really either of them, but the movie had more interesting parts in it to watch than the book had going.
That makes sense.
So,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
Oh, yeah, I would. For the exact same reason my uncle recommended it to me.
Yeah, I think I would agree for that reason too. Just the filming of it was just so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a very unique way to film a movie.
And it's a classic apparently. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. That's
Sneak
it. We did
peek.
episode 1, season 7.
Woohoo! We're kicking it off. We're kicking it off.
We got
We're in
this. I'm proud of
August.
us.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Okay.
But first, you should go check out our website.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff there.
Mm-hmm. It's offscript253.wixsite.com/offscript.
Yep. And there you can
You
rate,
can
subscribe,
sign-
review. You can find
Yeah.
our YouTube account there, our Facebook,
Yeah.
our Instagram, our TikTok, all sorts of stuff.
Sign up for our monthly newsletters.
Huh? Yep. You can send us messages.
Oh,
and
fuck. I never sent one for July.
Oh. No worries.
And sometimes I forget to send them, guys.
See, we won't bog you with emails because sometimes we don't even send the monthly one that we normally do.
God. I was so excited because we have so much more people who signed up for the newsletter from the nerd party. I was like, oh, this is going to be great.
That we don't send it. That's okay.
Jesus,
You know what?
okay.
We're getting ahead, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's the important part.
Yes. you guys. I was gonna say okay, you guys, but my brain didn't finish.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, you guys. All right. So,
We might have a mini-sode for you.
yeah.
On Wednesday, if we can film one. I know I've got 3 books that I can review for us,
Awesome.
but we need John to be in on those episodes.
Okay. Oh, yep.
Like, yeah. I've finished 3 books.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wait, no, I'm in the middle of the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So 2 books.
Yeah, and then at some point we can just do like
We're gonna do a
summer update, or we're gonna go do
yeah.
a vacation some point too. So that'll be after the season starts.
Oh,
At
yeah,
some
that'll
point,
be in September.
We'll be doing stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see what we got for you on Wednesday, or if we even bring something for you on Wednesday.
Sounds good. And Monday we for sure will have an episode for you called Fight Club.
But we can't talk about it.
We sure can't. We're just gonna sit
Yes,
there.
you just
record
said it.
silence for an hour.
Exactly. Did you already edit together and see my, I don't know how we're going to do this since we can't talk about it.
Yes. So cute.
I thought I was so funny. I love Fight Club. It's one of my favorites.
It was a good one.
I mean, you can never go wrong with Fight Club. Are you kidding me?
I've only ever
a good
seen it
one.
once before this. Oh. I know.
You need to find someone who has never seen it and doesn't know the twist and then make them watch it with you, because that's the best. Oh man,
I believe
everyone in
it.
college, Sierra, Charlie, and Jessica, they had never watched it before and they didn't know the twist. Oh, I loved showing it to them. I was like, yes,
It's
I
very
get to
cool.
be
It's
the
a fun
person
one.
who wrecks that.
Top twists with Secret Window and Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah, Sixth Sense always blew my fucking mind. That was another one Jessica had never seen, so I gotta blow her mind with that one.
Nice.
When she got to the end, she was like, what? I was like, yeah, girl. Yeah, this is good, huh?
Awesome. All right.
Cool. Right. With that, wait, let's explain what we're going to do right now.
Okay. Yes. So we figured out when we recorded Beauty and the Beast, which you'll hear our stumble. We had to do Zoom for these last few, or whatever it's called, something audio
or Adobe podcast.
Okay. And so we haven't been so we're not sitting in the same room. So when we went off script together, it's never together. So we're just going to take turns. And
it always sounds like it's about to be together for one of us, but then the other one, it's always like a few seconds delayed.
I know. And then you go edit it and it's delayed too, right?
Yeah. Because for me, the last few times that we recorded via Adobe Podcast in season 6, when we said it, it sounded like we said it spot on. And then I went to edit it and I was like, oh my God, that was not spot on at all.
Yeah, it did not sound spot on when we did those ones. But I was like, I don't know, maybe since she's the host, it'll be right.
Yeah, I was hoping. So then when it just did it in reverse for us, I was like, good, now she knows I'm not crazy. But that was not at all together. So we're doing it a little bit differently.
Yes.
And with that, Children of Men
Went off script. Bye.
Bye.
So you were way behind on that bye, too.
Seriously?
Thanks for sticking with us.
We hope you enjoyed it.
If you did, we would greatly appreciate it if you gave us 5 beautiful stars, reviewed, and subscribed.
You can also follow us on Facebook at Offscript, on Instagram at Offscript Podcast 21, and on TikTok at Offscript_pod.
Shoutouts to Madame Ashen Creations for our adorable logo art.
And Adam Daniel for our incredible theme song.
And to Creative Cinephile Productions for producing our podcast.
See you next time.